dance.
Oh no.
Tango.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the cinematic dance moments that burned up the screen. Beware of potential spoilers.
I can't do this.
We're gonna have to get a little bit closer. Like this.
Number 10. The Ball, Pride and Prejudice.
So what do you recommend to encourage affection?
Dancing. Even if one's partner is barely tolerable.
Jane Austen's most famous heroine, Elizabeth Bennet, is determined to shirk social conventions and marry for love. She agrees, for some reason she doesn't understand, to dance with Mr. Darcy at a society ball.
I dare say you'll find him very amiable, is he?
It would be most inconvenient since I've sworn to loathe him for all eternity.
Darcy is a man she swears she can't stand, but once they get on the dance floor, they trade cordially awkward quips and cryptic criticisms that are really just a heightened form of flirting.
Why do you ask such a question?
To make out your character, Mr. Darcy.
And what have you discovered?
Very little. I hear such different accounts of you as puzzle me exceedingly.
I hope to afford you more clarity in the future.
Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden let the piercing glances and poignant silences between them do just as much talking. The dance may be slow and respectable, but the chemistry between this pair is undeniable. Number 9. A Lovely Night, La La Land. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone had tried and true chemistry going into La La Land. Their scenes in Crazy Stupid Love are hilarious. Here, they play Sebastian and Mia, two artists who reunite at a party months after they meet.
Can I borrow what you're wearing?
Why?
Because I have an audition next week. I'm playing a serious firefighter.
So you're an actress. I thought you looked familiar. Have I seen you in anything?
The coffee shop on the Warner Brothers lot. That's a classic.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're a barista.
Their connection isn't immediate, at least not to them. It's only when they stop being sarcastic and start being genuine that they realize how hot and bothered they are for each other. This scene from La La Land had to be filmed against a real sunset, which allowed for a minimal margin of error. You wouldn't know it by watching them move together, though. They make it look like they were born to perform together. Number 8. Moonglow, Picnic. The romance between a drifter named Hal and a small-town girl named Madge is dripping with sexual tension, but at first, it's all under the surface. It isn't until they dance together that we see the extent of their passion. Seeing that the film came out in 1955, when eroticism was much more restrained, this sequence is pretty hot stuff. Actors William Holden and Kim Novak have a whole conversation without saying a word. As the scene goes on, they become closer and closer until they're finally slow dancing, eyes locked and bodies pressed tight against each other, framed by lanterns and the dark of the water.
Why can't you dance that way?
Number 7. You Were Meant for Me, Singin' in the Rain.
This is the proper setting.
Why, it's just an empty stage.
At first glance, yes. But wait a second.
One couldn't ask for a better dance partner than Gene Kelly. His extended number with Sid Charisse is a highlight of the 1952 musical masterpiece, Singin' in the Rain, but it's his chemistry with co-lead Debbie Reynolds that sells the whole movie.
You're like a plaintive melody that never lets me free.
They provide a masterclass in synchronicity as they twirl around the set of the studio during You Were Meant for Me. With blowing fans, soft lighting, and longing looks, it's already hard not to get swept up in the romance of it all. The scene is classic Hollywood, and Kelly and Reynolds are a particularly great pairing because they make it look effortless.
But I'm content. The angels must have sent you.
Number 6. Perhaps, Strictly Ballroom. Baz Luhrmann's romantic comedy set in the competitive ballroom scene has plenty of high-energy, charmingly sexy dances. There's electricity between Scott and Fran right away.
Where did that come from?
It's a step I've been working on at home.
Show me?
They have noticeable gaps in ballroom experience. He's a seasoned pro while she's a rookie, but there's no denying that they're a match in every way that counts. Their most scintillating duet is set to Doris Day's Perhaps, Perhaps, Perhaps.
You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You always tell me.
A misunderstanding threatens to end this partnership before it begins, but Scott chases Fran down backstage, and the two share an intimate dance as onlookers gradually start watching. Because what says I'm sorry better than a slinky routine with intense eye contact?
What's going on
Perhaps.
Number 5. A very spirited dancer, The Mask of Zorro.
Would you care to try something more robust? Or do you feel unequal to the task?
No, on the contrary, Don Alejandro. I think only of your distasteful perspiration.
Taking up the mantle of Zorro, the masked vigilante, Alejandro is already a fleet-footed swordsman. It's no wonder he's so light on his feet when it comes to dancing. Elena is the beautiful and volatile daughter of a sadistic governor. Together, they make magic as the throbbing music plays on. With all the ferocious grabbing and dips, it's a wonder someone didn't get whiplash. If you want passion, Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones have it. She's wild and free, he's suave and totally in control. And they're both glistening with just the right amount of sweat.
Excuse me, Don Rafael. I need to catch my breath. Dora is a very spirited dancer.
Number 4. Irish Dance, Titanic.
So you want to go to a real party?
Jack Dawson takes Rose DeWitt Bukater out of the stuffy but respectable first-class lounges and into the bowels of the RMS Titanic. They join a spirited party already in progress. As a band prepares to play an Irish tune, Jack pulls Rose up. Neither of them know the steps, but it doesn't matter.
Neither do I. Just go with it. Don't think.
Their reckless abandon as they fly across the room is like nothing the highborn Rose has ever done in public. And for all he's seen and done, Jack seems equally surprised at himself. She may be engaged to someone else, but with longing glances like this, she won't be for long. Number 3. The Ländler, The Sound of Music.
This way. Hop, step, hop, and under. Good. We'll have to practice.
Do allow me, will you?
When Maria arrives to be the Von Trapp's new governess, the captain's welcome is less than friendly. But recognizing her talent with children and gift for music, his ice starts to thaw.
You brought music back into the house? I'd forgotten. Fräulein, I want you to stay.
One of the biggest moments of connection between them is this charged dance scene, where Von Trapp leads Maria in a traditional Austrian folk dance called the Ländler. Their eyes lock, and they move in perfect harmony, seemingly forgetting they aren't alone. Their bond is so palpable, we forget it too. She gets so flustered she has to stop. Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer play the whole thing beautifully.
Your face is all red, is it? I don't suppose I'm used to dancing.
Number 2. You're the One That I Want, Grease. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John are a match made in movie heaven. Once good girl Sandy goes bad and trades in her pinks and pastels for black leather, it's all over.
Sandy?
Tell me about it, Stir.
All that explosive chemistry threatens to set the screen on fire during You're the One That I Want. These two managed to make a musical number set at a fairground seem like the height of romance.
Meditate my direction. Feel your way.
Newton-John is strutting her stuff in a way the movie hasn't let her before, and Travolta looks like he's about to start panting. Don't even get us started on the Shake Shack. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Cheek to Cheek, Top Hat. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire danced so well together, they put them in 10 movies together. The Chase, the Thomas Crown Affair. A cat and mouse game takes a sexy turn on the dance floor.
Do you want to dance? Or do you want to dance?
Be This Alive, Shall We Dance? Ballroom dancing gets slinky and sweaty.
Be this alive. Be this alive tomorrow.
A sharp routine, Addams Family Values, because no one else can match their freak. More Than a Woman, Saturday Night Fever. Tony Manero meets his match in Disco Heat. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. I've Had the Time of My Life, Dirty Dancing.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Part of what makes Baby and Johnny's romance irresistible is how dissimilar they are. She's the inexperienced daughter of a doctor. He's a bad boy who's barely hanging on to a job as a dance instructor at a ritzy Catskills resort. Together, they're electric.
So I'll tell you something. This could be love.
Cry to Me is one of the steamiest dance duets on film, but we have to give it to the climactic celebration set to Dirty Dancing's most famous song. After all they've been through as dance and romantic partners, they fully trust each other. Patrick Swayze is at his most charming, and Jennifer Grey looks like she might melt in his arms. Which of these dance scenes had you kicking your feet? Let us know in the comments. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.